With people not knowing that asexuality exists, it comes with people constantly trying to debunk your identity all the time.
Our culture can often seem highly sexualized.
Yes! Yes! Oh! Oh! Oh!
I'll have what she's having.
But what if that's just not for you?
Yeah, yes.
So does sex repulse you?
Yes.
Asexual or ace people don't experience sexual attraction.
So we should be sexual.
I don't get that. Am I meant to get that? Is that what I'm like missing?
So what is being ace all about? I'm meeting 4 people with very diverse experiences of their ace lives.
Hi, Yaz. Hi, nice to meet you at last. You're asexual, and you're modelling in this kind of very highly sexualised environment, and yet you yourself feel no sexual attraction. How does that work?
It works with me being very picky with the concepts and the shoots that I take on. I don't want to produce images that seem like they're aimed at titillating somebody. I'm literally just here to show off the clothes and make it look good. I'm not trying to sell myself, I'm selling a product.
A lot of people don't even understand what asexuality is. What is it for you?
It's not experiencing sexual attraction, which probably saves me a lot of time. I'm also a romantic, so I don't pursue romantic relationships either. So I pretty much live life like a normal person minus that element. There are a lot of asexual people who are still interested in romantic relationships, just minus the sex. I've never been romantically inclined either.
To find out exactly what the British public knows about asexuality, a Sky data poll asked how confident people were in defining the term. Half of the population said they could confidently define what asexuality is, but when put to the test, 3 in 4 people were unsure about whether asexual people experience a sex drive or incorrectly thought that they don't. Asexuality is a completely valid sexual orientation for about 1% of the population, but the public seems to think it knows more about it than they actually do.
I think what it says about us is that I think there's still a lack of understanding about the diversity that might exist with sexuality. We're getting better, but we're certainly not there. And I think there's so many misconceptions about what asexuality is, how it can exist in individuals from birth, really, and that forces people then to have to make choices that they shouldn't have to make around their sexual expression.
Does it not feel like something might be missing in your life?
No. I have friends and good relationships with my family, so not worrying about satisfying a partner does not take anything out of my life. I'm happy with my social situation, and I'm also quite introverted, so I don't need a lot of social attention. So yeah, it works.
You don't need a lot of social attention, but you do modelling, and you do put pictures of yourself out there.
Yeah.
Do you see where I find like where
then,
someone might see the contradiction?
Yeah, but that's like literally I post a picture, I continue with my day. I do a shoot today, I do nothing all week.
One thing you talk about is what an asexual person looks like. Tell me about that.
Well, I actually started a hashtag called "This is what asexual looks like," and I pretty much just thought of it because there are a lot of stereotypes surrounding asexual people. You're supposed to be really shy and introverted and unable to socialize properly and probably not very good looking. I think there's a weird correlation where people think that you can't get dates or you can't get laid and that's why you're asexual. So I thought that instead of relying on the media to represent asexuality for how diverse it is, I thought let's give the agency to asexual people so they can show who they are.
With her modelling work, Yasmin is helping asexuality break free from the constraints of damaging stereotypes.
To be touched, to be loved, to feel anything at all.
Tom and Steve Wintergrey are an asexual couple who've been married for 18 months. They met through an asexual dating website and are looking to adopt kids in the near future. Unlike Yasmin, they've chosen to pursue romance, despite their asexuality.
Well, we both identify as a homo-romantic asexual, so we are attracted to males,
but in a romantic capacity. There is nothing sexual about my attraction to Tom and Tom's attraction to me. As with all other couples as well, we kiss and we cuddle, and that's where it stops. This isn't a bromance, it's not just we're best friends, there's more to it than that. And we have lots of people ask us that being asexual, not having sex, well, how do we know that we love each other? And one of the ways that we normally go back to that, or counteract that, is just helping people to understand that you've got a mum and a dad and a brother and a sister, an auntie and uncle, dogs, cats, pets, you name it, and you love them all, and they normally say, yes we do. I said, do you want to have sex with any of them? I said, no I don't. I said, well there you go. That's how it works with us.
I think a lot of people talk about how sexual chemistry needs to be, it needs to work together, and in a weird sort of way, it works for us because there isn't any there.
Tell me about how you came to the realisation that you're asexual.
So I always knew that I wasn't straight, but obviously when you're a kid or a teenager, you don't really think about things other than it being straight, gay or bi. Actually the gay scene was not where I felt the most comfortable. I felt more comfortable kind of one-to-one situations with people. I wasn't interested in the sex side of things. So I went online to find out some more information about different sexualities and discovered asexuality.
Was that a moment for you where you saw the word asexual, you learned what it was, you went, that's me?
Yeah, I mean it was a click, but it was also kind of a period of kind of transitioning into like getting used to that identity. I think originally I felt that if you're asexual, you couldn't love anyone. You couldn't be in a relationship. You could be lonely and sad all your life. And I thought, I can't be me, because I do like guys romantically.
As far as I understand, from what I've understood about asexuality recently, is that you can still be sexual. You might masturbate still, but it's about sexual attraction being outwardly. Is that right? It's about sexual attraction, like being outwardly expressed.
It's almost like the person that you are in your head versus who you are as a physical, biological person.
Just because we don't have sex, and the same with other asexuals as well, doesn't mean that there are certain biological functions that we don't cooperate in, okay? It's a natural human function. What's interesting is people seem to have this wonderful, wonderful sense of wanting to be really involved in something that they wouldn't ever ask any other couple, regardless, whatever orientation they are, whatever identity they are, they'd never be involved in it, they'd never see it, but they seem as though they want to know more about the fact that we don't do it.
Tom and Steve are confident and comfortable in their sexuality, but getting to that place has been a very long journey for both of them.
I've come away and realised that I am really, really proud of my sexuality. Hello, I'm asexual as and I love it.
I don't normally drink that much.
Emmy is at the start of her ace life.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Thank you. I don't know what it was, but thank you.
She's an 18-year-old student who vlogs about asexuality on YouTube.
Obviously, student life can revolve around partying, drinking and hooking up. Do you not feel like you're missing out?
I don't. I do often see like people at parties just kind of like making out with strangers, and at clubs I think especially when it's really people that you don't know. And like I've been out with some friends in a pub before and they're just kind of like, oh, this guy's really cute, can we like maybe try and like talk to them, and then like this and that, and I've just kind of been like, I mean, sure, if you want, I don't mind. And one of the big worries I had was the uni room walls are very thin.
Okay, so does sex repulse you?
Yes. For me, I'm very disconnected from the concept of sex, and kind of almost like imagining like certain people that I've known like kind of before they were in like relationships or whatever, like in a sexual relationship, it just kind of makes my brain just kind of like crash a little bit, because I've not known this person as like a sexualized person, they're just this person.
Some people might say you're very young. This is a great opportunity for you to explore your sexuality and try different things. What's your answer to that?
Well, it's kind of like, I know on a base level that I'm just not interested in sex and sleeping with people. I've been in situations where I could kiss someone, or where like one of my friends has been like, I mean, would you want to like kiss someone like at all? And I'm like, I don't think so. I just don't think I get the appeal of it, but not in the same way that I don't like the idea of sex.
Right. Do you think there's a lot more asexual people in this world than we realise?
I think potentially, yeah. The kind of comments that I currently get on my YouTube are the kind of comments that little 15-year-old Emmy left on other people's, and to me that is insane. There definitely might be more people that are asexual spectrum than anyone really knows.
The diverse asexual community is finding its voice. Whether through Yasmin's modelling, Emmy's YouTube channel, or the dating sites that brought Tom and Steve together, there's a growing and vocal community that's no longer willing to be defined by those who aren't ace.